Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to today's video. Today I have a super fun video planned for you because I want to show you what it's like shopping for makeup here in New Zealand. Very different from the US and from other countries because honestly until recently getting brands like Fenty, Charlotte Tilbury, Too Faced in stores was literally impossible. So today we're gonna go on a little shopping date. I'm gonna take you to Sephora New Zealand, show you what it's like there because also Sephora here and Sephora in the US and possibly Sephora in other countries. Again, very different, but I'm also gonna take you to Mecca as well. If you guys have watched a few of my videos, I've mentioned them many times before, but I've always described Mecca as a Australian / New Zealand Sephora equivalent, even though we have a Sephora in New Zealand. So really I'm gonna be comparing both retailers, and I do love both retailers of course, but I do lean a little bit towards one than the other for certain reasons that we'll get into in today's video. But I've been planning this video for a while now. I'm like so excited for it because I've been holding off on buying any makeup, anything from both retailers so I could do a little shopping spree in today's video. I honestly don't even know what a shopping spree feels like because every time I go into Sephora or into Mecca, I only come out with like one or two things. I never like buy a bunch of things at one place at one time. Like that's just a lot. So I've been waiting for this video and I have my list ready to go shopping, and it's just going to be a fun video. But before we head out to go shopping, I want to give you a little backstory on both retailers and just kind of like my personal experience with both of them. So let's start off with Sephora first. So Sephora in New Zealand actually opened in 2019, and when you think about that actually wasn't too long ago, since you know we all know what happened in 2020 that led on to 2021. That was kind of like a 2-year one piece time skip honestly, so it doesn't really feel like it was that long ago. I remember the day they announced it and everyone was anticipating this because it's Sephora. It's literally makeup heaven. When I think back to 2014, 2015, I would order from the Sephora US website and I would have to get that shipped to a US warehouse, and then the US warehouse would ship it to me in New Zealand, and that would cost so much and take so long. But I was just like, I just wanted those brands. I wanted to try those brands that we could not try here in New Zealand. So I am glad that we do have a Sephora here now, even though the brands are different from New Zealand and US. And as of right now, Sephora does have 3 stores just in Auckland though. But then let's move into Mecca. So they had their first store open in Melbourne, Australia back in 1997, and Mecca is founded by Jo Horgan, and she is still currently the co-CEO. And just like Sephora, they also have their own in-house brand as well. They got 2, Mecca Cosmetica and Mecca Max, which we will dive into a little bit more in the video, but they do have their own in-house brands as well. But the first ever Mecca store to come to New Zealand was in 2007, and I was a little bit too young at that time. As of right now, I believe they have around 12 stores nationwide. So it's not just in Auckland, it's all over New Zealand. And Mecca really was just the gateway for all of us down under to have access to these brands that we didn't have before. And really to me that was life-changing, and that might sound a little dramatic, but at that time I was 19, 20, so like the prime age of me wearing like a full face of makeup. I was also starting my YouTube channel, which is a makeup YouTube channel, and on top of all of that I did go cruelty free as well, and Mecca just had those brands that I could try and I wanted to try as well. Getting cruelty free brands in New Zealand was very difficult. We have a department store called Farmers, so they carry luxury but they also carry drugstore as well. And at that time, you know, brands like CoverGirl, Rimmel, Maybelline, L'Oreal, Revlon, these brands I could not try, and luxury brands not cruelty-free. So barely any options for me as a cruelty-free makeup lover that wanted to review products. It was literally impossible. So that's why I ordered a lot from the Sephora US website. So I feel like Mecca, and I'm sure a lot of Australian and New Zealand makeup lovers probably could agree that they really paved the way, really, because honestly before that it was extremely hard to try a lot of these brands. I remember my mom went to America and I asked her like, can you get me this like Laura Mercier highlighter? It was just like so precious. And now Mecca carries Laura Mercier, Mecca carries Charlotte Tilbury. Like these brands, Sephora in New Zealand does not carry, you know what I mean? And even if we speak about the in-house brands of both retailers, the Sephora collection I believe is not cruelty-free. Mecca's both in-house brands are cruelty-free. So I feel like Mecca overall just has more cruelty-free brands. So obviously I'm gonna lean a little bit more towards brands at Mecca. But yeah, that's just like a quick little background on both retailers and when they came to New Zealand. So Mecca definitely was here first, and then Sephora came a little bit later. So with that being said, I think we talked enough about both retailers. Let me show you what these stores actually look like in person here in New Zealand. So let's head to Mecca first. As you can see, their branding is super warm, red and pink, which I find to be really welcoming, and they hold a lot of my favorite brands. We got Morphe, Charlotte Tilbury, Too Faced, Hourglass, the list goes on and on. Like a lot of these brands I love, and they're also cruelty free as well. But also I really do like their in-house brand as well, like Mecca Cosmetica. I love their sunscreen. And then Mecca Max, I haven't tried too many things from. Mecca Cosmetica is more skincare based and a little bit more luxury, whereas Mecca Max is a bit more youthful and a lot more makeup based. But let's head over to Sephora. This probably looks very familiar to you guys with the black and white as their branding colors. My favorite brand at Sephora is definitely Fenty Beauty. This is probably the only brand that I'm really interested in. They also do have Rare, but I'm not the biggest fan of Rare. I know. Don't hate me, but they do have a lot of popular brands, Pat McGrath, Natasha Denona, but I would say Fenty is probably the only brand that is very relevant to me. They of course have their Sephora collection, which I haven't really tried anything from them, again not cruelty free, but I did notice at Sephora there were a lot more things out of stock. So maybe Sephora is more popular, maybe I'm just more of a Mecca girl. Again, I do love both retailers, it's just me being cruelty free. Sephora does carry Dyson as well, which is pretty cool because you could get a lot of points from that. But to speak about points, I do want to go over the memberships because I feel like the memberships, to me, it adds to the shopping experience. So starting off with Sephora, they have the Beauty Pass. I'm not sure if it's the same in the US, but over here it's like white, black, and gold. Right now I am on the black tier, and I really don't ever see myself getting to the gold because as of right now, I would have to spend $900 by June to move up, and I just don't shop at Sephora to spend that much, especially in like 2 months. But with Beauty Pass, I'm sure you guys know it is more like points rewards, where you can spend your points and redeem it for deluxe sample size of products. And I don't know how it is again in the US, but over here it is very much first come first served. So even if I do see something I want to redeem my points on, it's already fully redeemed, so there's no more left, and I always just have a bunch of points left over that I can't really redeem on anything that I have interest in. But besides the points and the things you can redeem it on, you do get a birthday gift, and you also get a gift when you move up a tier. And of course they do have their VIB sales, so depending on your membership, it would depend on the discount you get. Then coming into Mecca's membership, which is called a Beauty Loop, there currently are 4 different levels, and I'm on level 3, which was the highest. They did recently introduce level 4, and all I need to spend is $800 by the end of the year, and I'll be able to move up. And this definitely is a little bit more realistic. But regardless on whichever level you are on, you will get a little Beauty Loop box boxes, which are just a little box with 3 to 4 samples of deluxe sample size, and these products can go from skincare, makeup, hair care, a little bit of everything. I will speak on what I get as level 3 because I've been on level 3 the longest. I don't really remember level 1 and 2, but I've seen it on TikTok and it really is not that bad. And a lot of the samples that you get from your beauty loop are really good. Like I have this one here. I got like an Olaplex number 3. Recently they did a collab with a Charlotte Tilbury for a beauty loop. I'll put my TikTok here because I don't actually have the box with me anymore, but this is what we got in it. And these are all extra bonuses. These are all free gifts. You don't have to really, you know, spend anything. You're not like redeeming points is what I'm trying to say. It feels like an extra bonus rather than you're redeeming your points to get products. Like these will come just because you signed up to their beauty loop. So I really do prefer Mecca's beauty loop compared to Sephora's beauty pass. The amount of things that I've gotten from the Mecca beauty loop I've loved. Like we got some Briogeo hair samples. I recently got this, so let me show you. I got this. This is my absolute favorite serum ever. It's so expensive. It's from Emma Lewisham and this was a bonus, and I believe the value of this is I think $50. You get a pretty good size, like a good travel size. And again, this is just a bonus. I didn't need to redeem anything. I really just love the beauty loop system. But on level 3, the perks you'll get is 1 birthday gift, 4 beauty loop boxes, and 3 bonuses throughout the year. You'll also get 1 complimentary natural makeup application, and then you also get early access to limited products or early launches. You get access to that. So overall for me, I do prefer beauty loop. I've just gotten so much more out of beauty loop rather than the beauty pass at Sephora. That was just like a quick little comparison, a little rundown on both of their memberships. So with that being said, let me show you what I picked up from Mecca and also Sephora. Alright, let's start off with my Sephora haul. I didn't get that many things, but I got this Fenty Skin Melt Away Jelly Cleanser. I saw that this was a bestseller, so I wanted to try it. I've never tried anything from Fenty Skin, so wanted to give that again. I'm a big fan of Fenty Beauty, so I wanted to give this a try. I also stocked up on my Olaplex number 4 shampoo. They do carry Olaplex at Mecca, which is where I usually get it from, but you know, just to add to the Sephora haul, I wanted to get the shampoo from here. And then again on Fenty, I got one of their Fenty Icon Velvet Liquid Lipstick in the shade the MVP. I saw Jessica Vu in the store and I was influenced. I wanted to get a red, so this is the shade I got. And this is actually just my little Sephora haul. Again, not really interested in that many brands in Sephora, but I do love Olaplex and Fenty. Now let's move into my Mecca haul, which I do have a lot more things. The first thing I got is the Soap and Glory body wash. My friend actually introduced me to this and I've been hooked. This is my second bottle. I haven't tried this scent though, so I'm curious to see how it is. I also got another beauty sponge from Morphe. This one is one of my favorites. I think it's just affordable, does the job. I also got the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. This one is also a favorite of mine. This is probably like my third or fourth bottle at this point. The mist is just perfect and so fine, and that's what I love about it, and also it is affordable. Then onto the in-house brands from Mecca. I first have their sunscreen from Mecca Cosmetica. This really is one of my favorite sunscreens. I'm gonna be gifting this because I just want everyone to try it because I love it that much. Then from Mecca Max, I got their beauty sponge. This is very similar to the beauty blender. I feel I didn't get any makeup from Mecca Max because I don't really need any more makeup, but I thought I would just try out this sponge. Apparently, you know, it's a bestseller, so I'll let you guys know how it is. And then I did cave and got the Glow Recipe Watermelon Niacinamide Dewdrops. I don't even think I'm gonna like this, but it's for a video, you know, I'll do it for a video, I'll try it for a video, so I got that. Also for another video, I got the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless press powder. I've heard so many great things about this. I got mine, I think, in medium, which does look pretty light, to be honest. But lastly, I just picked up the Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm. I've been seeing this all over TikTok. Call me easily influenced. I really am. Here we have my final haul from Mecca. As you can see, there's just so many things that I could get here, and some of these products are repurchases. Well guys, that essentially does conclude today's video. That's what it's like to shop for makeup here in New Zealand. Definitely it is so much better now. Obviously I do think we are still very limited here. I think especially with drugstore in New Zealand, like we don't have a lot of the brands that you guys have in the US, and a lot of the brands don't even ship to New Zealand, so even if I did want to purchase, it's like, sorry, you can't. So it definitely is a lot better. I'm not complaining, but I do, especially I guess like this is my job, I do feel very limited on what I can try, and like when I get comments from you guys telling me like you should try this, you should try that, I'm like, I would love to, but sometimes the girl cannot. So if you live in the US, just know you have it really easy when it comes to purchasing makeup. But overall, I do hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope it gave you some insight on, you know, Mecca. I've mentioned Mecca a lot on my channel, so now you know what it looks like in person, the brands that we have there, and the brands we have at Sephora. It is very different from how it is in the US. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed today's video, if you could give it a thumbs up for me. This one was a bit of a different video for my channel, and I really do want to make more videos like this. I do, however, I want to make a video about the Mecca bestsellers and Sephora bestsellers. So if you guys want to see that, let me know down below in the comments. Let me know your thoughts, let me know what you think about Mecca, Sephora. If you can feel my struggles as well, because I know it's not just New Zealand that has very limited access to certain brands. Leave your thoughts down below in the comments. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I love you, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!